In the beginning of 2022, Zenith launched a controversial new watch, the new Zenith Defy Skyline, successor of the old Defy Classic. A simple freehand watch with a high beat 10th of a second chronograph movement in the inside. Does it make sense? Well, maybe not for everyone, but in today's video we are going to find out if this watch is an undervalued gem or a rather gimmicky mix of components. So lean back guys, take a coffee and enjoy the video. On my wrist today, my Zenith Defy Classic, which I bought in early 2020 here in Dubai. A beautiful open work integrated titanium sports watch, super slim with some great features. We will also do a short comparison later in this video between the old and new Defy. The new Defy Skyline comes in this blue cardboard box. Underneath the watch box we find a user manual and warranty card. The warranty card comes in this nice blue leather pouch, and I think you could use this pouch actually for your ID and credit cards in case you want to make better use of it instead of just letting it lay in the watch box. The small pouch definitely looks great and also feels great. Let's have a look inside the user manual. Normally I skip these, but for not so common watches we should have a look at some key data. So first of all, the warranty for this watch is 2 years, and after you registered it online it is 3 years. I think this is a bit short and Zenith should increase it to at least 5 years to match nowadays market standards. Even better would be something like 8 years to set a statement and show everyone that they are confident of the quality of their movements. As you usually get a free service anyway with the watch, at least here in Dubai from the Zenith boutique, a 8 or 10 years warranty would be an amazing value proposition for a Zenith watch. Next we have the water resistance. This watch is rated at 100 meters, so as per the Zenith rating system it is suitable for all water sports. Important to note, compared to other watch manufacturers, Zenith states that 50 meters of water resistance is already enough to use the watch for swimming. Usually 5 ATM watches are only allowed to take for a shower. So this is definitely above the norm from Zenith and good to know. Recommended service intervals for a revision are 5 to 10 years, what is in my view very good and on a top notch in the market. And here is the watch. One link in the box that was removed from my friend, a black rubber strap with folding clasp, and a cleaning glove. Another highlight is the mini travel case that is included in the box. Not the most practical shape, but certainly a nice feature to have it included with the box. The former USB stick is not included anymore, and also the box overall feels a bit cheaper compared to the older Zenith boxes. I guess Zenith did a bit of cost cutting here, for which I can't blame them, so better to put the money into the watches, as said increase the warranty period or something like that, than spending it only on the watch box. Still, the watch box feels above market standard for the price range the watch comes at. The reference of the watch is 0393003620210001, so it's the Zenith Defy Skyline version with the black dial on metal bracelet and also has an additional rubber strap in the box. And this watch comes currently at $8,400 US, including free worldwide shipping and a free service if you buy it from a Zenith boutique flagship store. To set the watch, you unscrew the crown. Give it a good wind for enough power in the movement. Pull the crown out into the first position to set the date. And pull the crown out one more time to set the time. Afterwards, push the crown all the way back in and screw it down. The watch is set. The big crown is easy to operate even with gloves on. The watch has a case diameter of 41 mm, the thickness of the watch is 11.7 mm, the lug-to-lug length is 46 mm, and the bracelet starts at around 25 mm and tapers down to 16 mm. In comparison, the former Zenith Defy Classic comes also at around 41 mm case diameter, but is 1.2 mm thinner in case thickness. The lug to lug length is 45mm and the bracelet starts at 25mm and tapers down to 17mm. Similar dimensions, but especially the much thinner case is a big plus for me. Also, the tapering on the bracelet seems a bit more harmonic on the Defy Classic compared to the Defy Skyline. In comparison, you can see how much bigger the crown on the Defy Skyline became and the new shape of the bezel, which looks a lot more interesting in my view. The material changed from titanium to stainless steel, but I personally would prefer the titanium due to the lightweight and more premium look to it. The clasp stayed pretty much the same, except that the bracelet tapers a bit stronger on the new Defy Skyline. As said, I prefer the flow on the old bracelet a bit more. The new Defy Skyline comes at 158 grams with the shortened bracelet and 160 grams with all links. My Defy Classic with a shortened bracelet comes at 95 grams. So this is actually a big plus for me personally, as it makes the watch more comfortable on the wrist and allows a bit looser fit without letting the watch slide down from your wrist onto the hand. Time for our first wristwatch check of the new Defy Skyline. And the Defy Classic on my wrist. What do you think, guys? Which one is your favorite? Together with the new Defy Skyline, Zenith of course brought us a lot of new features. One of them is the quick release function we now have. To remove the bracelet on the new version, you just simply push the buttons at the lower side of the case. This will release the bracelet immediately and is very easy to do. Even with gloves on, no problems at all. Next, you take the rubber strap, insert the hooks into the case, and with a click it snaps into position. Again, super easy and simple. A great quick release system for sure. Let us check the rubber strap on my wrist. Looks fantastic as well. This is certainly a great benefit over the old Defy and justifies the price difference Zenith now charges. The rubber strap feels like high premium and comes with a premium looking folding clasp, which operates perfectly as well. The watch features a 12-sided bezel inside an octagonal case, which refers back to the original Defy with the 14-sided bezel. Polished beveled edges all around the bezel and case gives the watch a great bling and jewelry-like appeal. The top parts feature a vertical brush finish. The bracelet continues the vertical brush combined with polished bevels. The crown is new and improved with the Zenith star on top. Also here a fantastic design and a lot of attention to detail with bringing the logo in its 3D shape on top of the crown. The back of the watch has a see-through case back and is held in place by 4 big bolts. Besides the functionality, this feature looks great as well and screams quality. The 12 edges from the bezel are mirrored at the back. On the dial we find a 4-pointed star pattern, which brings back the old school Zenith logo. The date window and date wheel match the dial color and sits at 3 o'clock. The hour markers are applied, the Zenith star is applied and the Zenith lettering is printed. The hands and hour markers are filled with a machine-like finished lume inside, and the small seconds hand features a lume tip as well. Overall the dial looks clean and very minimalistic, what suits the watch, but for my taste it is a bit unbalanced with the small seconds on the left and a tiny date window on the right. I wish Zenith would have stick to a normal center seconds hand. This also comes to the next negative point for me, the 1/10 of a second scale and fast running seconds hand doesn't make any sense for me. I don't see any practical use for this feature. It also makes the watch unfortunately too nervous for me. It constantly catches my attention while I don't get any value from looking at it. Also, using my watch for easy measurements is now pretty much impossible, while a normal center seconds hand with a hacking feature can be very helpful every now and then. Inside the watch we find a new El Primero 3620 caliber, which uses the same base architecture like the 3600 movement inside the Chronomaster Sport with a removed chronograph functionality. The movement has a 60 hours power reserve and beats at 36,000 vibrations per hour. The finishing is well made, but I feel like the case is a bit empty and there seems to be a lot of space left around the movement. Also, the big plate covers a lot of the movement and comes with an easy industrial-like brushing. Overall, I feel like the old movement from the Defy Classic looks a lot more interesting with a higher grade finishing. Time for a loom shot. And another wrist shot. And now it is time for the watch score. So the Defy Skyline watch dimensions are pretty good and fit to many wrist sizes. The case is nicely finished with many interesting shapes, a high quality feeling and a great crown. The movement runs very precise, is robust, but comes with a bit of a useless complication, and I personally find it rather disturbing. The bracelet quick release works great, the bracelet looks awesome, and the rubber straps and folding clasp are great as well. For the daily usage, this watch will do a good job with the date function and comfort fit on the rubber straps. For the weekend it is even better on the nice bracelet, and for the sportive usage it will do fine as well on the rubber straps and with the robust movement inside. Image and history of this piece are a bit under the radar, but with the recent release and many comparisons to either the original vintage Defy or the Royal Oak, this watch got a lot of attention and even became a wishlist piece here in Dubai. The brand recognition is pretty good, but still Zenith has to catch up to, for example, Omega. For $8,400 this watch is a great package and maybe the best deal for an integrated steel sports watch on the market right now. Especially considering the second-hand market prices, where it currently trades under retail at around $7,000, what equals to about a 20% discount. And with that, we are at the end of the video. Let me know what you think about the watch. I will keep my Zenith Defy Classic for now, as I prefer the titanium, the open work dial with center seconds hand, and the slimmer case. Thank you for watching, stay healthy, and bye bye guys.